only legal for people 21 and older. And always secure your cannabis products like edibles, vape pens, dabs, and of course marijuana in a locking storage container and keep it out of sight and of reach of kids. Kids don't know the difference between a THC edible gummy and a candy gummy you might buy at a store. There's many resources available at grizzlepride.org or our Facebook and Instagram pages. And parents, you are your child's greatest influence. Talk early, talk often about the risks of substance use on their developing brains. Check out grizzlepride.org. grizzlepride.org. grizzlepride.org.
Family owned and operated. That's something you don't hear too often anymore. Highway Campers of Plainfield is now 3 generations in and going strong. If you're looking to upgrade or get your first RV, contact the family that knows RVs, Highway Campers. They'll walk you through the process of finding the right RV for you and can even finance it for you. Visit www.highwaycampers.com and find your home on wheels. After all, home is where you park it. Highway Campers is a proud supporter of Griswold Youth Football.
Your community radio. We love the 80s.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning. And 80s all day and night.
SNSN. Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning. And 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. And when they are stupid, it's funny.
So. What's up, Paul? Oh, you're jamming, huh? Get down
I'm
with
listening,
the
I'm
bad
listening to music on the radio. Hey.
Yeah. How are you, Paul?
Wendy.
We all have crappy days some days, Paul.
And what day is today?
Today's Monday.
And
But I have crappy starts today.
That's right.
Today's
Monday.
It's not all Monday. Sometimes it's Wednesday. Sometimes it's Thursday. Sometimes it's Saturday.
Wow. It's Monday.
It happens.
Yep.
Come on, you have crappy days. They're not always on Monday.
No, because I don't like Mondays. So if I get a crappy day, it's nothing new.
Oh, hi. Right in the middle of the show. Lou D'Amico, come on in.
Good morning, everyone.
Camera's over here, though. You got to come over here.
This is strictly a...
Huh?
I just want to say one thing. That's why I stopped in.
Okay. We're live on the air.
Good.
Okay.
I've been asked to throw out the first pitch at tomorrow's baseball game.
Oh.
For the reason is there was a donation made to the high school. Because of my retirement for the bank, they allowed me to give X amount of dollars to charitable organizations. I gave my wife's Slater Library a donation, the firehouse, and the school.
Yep.
They bought shirts for the team.
And I knew about that.
With that donation.
Yep.
So it's through me, but it's also through the bank. I want to make sure the bank gets recognition also for this.
Right.
And what bank is that?
USA Savings Bank.
Who are they?
Because it didn't mention the bank. So.
Okay. So anyhow, I just want to let people know that. Appreciate. I'll be there tomorrow, and I'm going to be. You'll be there tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir. So now that you're officially retired from the Jewett City Savings Bank,
I am.
You could come in here and play radio with us in the morning.
I do have a business to run.
Yeah, we can start well, but no, you start early, don't you?
Oh yeah.
I know. I was told you were already here before I even got here.
I just
today.
want to let you know, if I could come over for just a second.
You can always come over here. Huh?
Well, you might
really
have,
no serious.
You have agendas to meet. You could be doing
Still, we could always fit you in.
Public service. But that's all. Just want to let people know that the bank was very generous to me and Kevin Merchant, by the way.
How's retirement treating you from the bank?
Oh,
how do you?
I miss it.
Of course you do. Yeah, I mean, many years. How many years were you there?
28 as a director, 17 as chairman.
Yeah. So
it was great. The bank is great, and they're in good hands. They'll continue going forward.
Very good. Very
but
good.
It's right in my back door, so I see it all the time. It's not like I'm not visible, So
Keep the watchful eye.
The commute must have been a bitch.
Yeah, 30 seconds. So anyhow, that was the only reason. I hope the team does well.
They won Saturday.
They had a good game. Well, rough
Rough
start,
start, yeah.
but they settled in,
Yeah.
and the kids did well.
It was a rough start all day.
Oh.
My inverter didn't work. The plugs at Wheeler didn't work for electricity. If it wasn't for Billy Kane's father showing up,
Yeah, we heard.
Oh my God, it was just one. And then we got power. And then all of a sudden the internet didn't work. We got it all to work finally. So.
Yeah, it was on. We were able to had the radio on coming home, and then I was at a funeral in Hartford, and then
I'm sorry.
when we got home, we able to watch most of it. So it was good. Yeah,
it was the game was fun. It was a fun game because the Wolverines really kind of started very slow, and
to say the least.
I think Evan Gilgenbach had a lot of rust. He had to shake that rust off, and then as soon as he did, he was mowing people down. So, which was really, really good.
Wow.
Did you watch the game at all? No, figures. Anyway,
no,
he doesn't pay attention.
No.
He doesn't pay attention to local stuff.
No,
but it was good, and let's hope they have a good game tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Putnam, right?
You know more than I do.
Yeah, tomorrow's Putnam. It's their first home game. So.
Well, don't embarrass yourself throwing the ball.
Yeah, I know. I can picture it. Hey, cute story. I'm going to leave. I went to a Red Sox game one time, and Dewey Evans, was throwing out the first pitch. Now, that guy had a cannon for an arm in right field.
Yeah.
He was known for his defense. He couldn't throw the ball from the pitcher's mound to the plate. His shoulder is just gone.
Gone, huh?
It was amazing. If Evans can't do it, how the hell am I supposed to do it?
Do it. You deserve it. Thank you very much for everything you've done for Jewett City and the community. I know you're a humble guy. It's like, it's like you tell him that, it's like, okay, well, whatever, I'm out of here. But no, you deserve all the accolades.
Well, it's myself, but the bank was also they're predominantly behind me. So it was nice.
Yeah, you're still the catalyst.
Nice they could do it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow at the game.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
See you
Good to
later.
see you, Lou.
Be good.
And stop in anytime.
Remember, catch you on that first base.
That was Lou D'Amico from the Jewett City Florist and Greenhouse, who just retired as chairman of the board from the Jewett City Savings Bank after 28 years.
Wow.
That's a legacy. I mean, when you're with that organization 28 years, he's, had the florist for how many years?
Yeah.
They're in their fourth generation.
Yep. Wow.
It's a lot of service to one community.
Yep. Sure is.
So where are we going with stuff this morning?
I don't know.
All I know is that one of the things that I had put up is, if it's not for free, is it for me? Do people engage?
That's a good question.
And that's one of the things that I've watched ever since that I've been here is, what kind of engagement is there? And not just Griswold. We're not picking on Griswold. This is any town. And the one common denominator, and this is going to sound jaded, but it is not, is that I have found that for the longest time, if it wasn't free, whatever it is, an event in town, something, people aren't showing up. They're not taking part in almost anything. Now, is it because people are their families are finding things so very tight right now that they can't engage into things? Because I know this is going to come off like, like I'm being a little snot rag, but it's not. I'm trying to figure it out. Are the activities that are now being planned by various towns, are they just not interesting enough where people don't want to go?
Oh, that's a good question. And
it's not just the town, but I mean other things that are going, because the only thing that I've really seen people turn out for in this town has been a meeting about guns. and I know that sounds like I'm being facetious, but
that's a meeting.
But still,
if you're going to bring meetings into it, then
if there was a $3 admission fee, I think people would have shown
I think you would have found a few because of how they feel about guns. I think you would have found some.
Okay.
But a lot of them probably wouldn't have shown up. But all depends what's being planned and what's being done. Who's going to show up? I mean, right now, a lot of things that are free in this town are usually for youth, right? And a lot of parents of the youth do show up.
Oh, what about Ryan Aubin? He plans
a lot of stuff.
But he plans a lot of family things too.
Correct. That's mostly what is
and really cool things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those are the kinds of things that people are showing up for. But I'm trying to think of what would be free that.
Well, for example, the concerts in the park.
Yeah.
Ryan, I think it was Wednesdays or Thursday nights. Ryan Aubin had planned, we're putting those together.
Yeah.
There were maybe 10 people.
Yeah.
Maybe 20.
Yeah.
That would show up. Free concert.
Well,
is it just like what I mean? Is it just not?
I mean, was this last summer? We're talking. Are we talking like a couple years ago?
No, it was a few years ago too. Even it's just.
I mean, during the summertime, you got what you're getting to show up at the park are the people who live around the park.
Mm-hmm.
They just simply walk downtown. I mean, parking is a pain in the ass around here. We all know that. If you got a big thing going at the park, where are you going to park? There's no place.
People find.
I know they park on the side of the street, and
I
know when he's got the carnival going and things like that. And even when the carnival was there, they expected a lot of the stuff to be free.
Mm-hmm.
And you know damn well that can't be free,
right?
Because you got to pay the carnival.
So there's here's another thing.
Yeah.
Dominic, hold on before I get into that. Good point. Even the parade turnouts are dismal. They do a parade. Do you see anybody on the side of the street?
Well,
no.
Isn't there a parade this coming weekend?
There's the nightlight parade.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
I think it's more I think it's one of the more fun events.
Yeah.
That Ryan has and his crew has put on.
Yeah.
It really is. It's really cool.
And it's usually for the kids.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say it's for the children's, but it's for everybody.
Yeah, I know, but the kids get a kick out of it. Those are usually the parents. Usually the kids are walking down the streets with their little wagons and bicycles all lit up and stuff like that. And
did you go to the last nightlight parade?
No, I did not.
There you go. Why?
I don't have anybody to go watch.
You could have come with me.
Well, I know, but there's nothing there that.
What about Ginny? Does she not go out to these things?
No, she doesn't go either. Sometimes the the organization that she belongs to they do participate in some of the things that
Kitty Harbor.
Yeah, and they have. Yeah, they participated in a lot of the parades around town. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here's another one, sad but true. And sometimes, statements like this, smack people right across the face and say, wait a minute, it's a wake-up call, but here it is. Yeah. Dominic says, I think part of that is that the social dynamic has changed. People are becoming shut-ins. Well, do you find that to be true or false, Paul, in your estimation?
Well, I think a lot of people right now are shut-ins. They're just so used to being locked up in the house. They just don't go out anymore. Just don't go.
Okay.
Which is unfortunate. We're not like we were a couple of years ago. We just everybody would go out everywhere. Now you're finding people not going anywhere. And now that there are cases of COVID still around. Okay, because people are getting them. We know that they are in town, but people, you're right. They're just not going out anymore. Nobody goes.
Yeah. I remember even just for my own. When we did Hillfest for the first time in town, where we had the first year we did it, we had 5 bands. We had food trucks, vendors, the whole thing. We had a ton of people.
Yeah.
We had literally thousands of people that were there.
Yes.
Did the bands bring them out, or did the beer bring them out?
I don't think it was the beer.
No, okay.
No, I think it was the event itself where people were able to get out, because the bands, they were on most of the day, but there were a lot of other things that were available for people to. It was like a fair, like a carnival,
Yeah.
type thing.
Well, the next year we did the same thing. We didn't even have 25% of the turnout. And this is pre-COVID. This has nothing to do with COVID.
Yeah.
You know, so we can say, and we can estimate and say, well, COVID did this. Well, this was starting before COVID.
Yeah.
Where people just weren't going to things.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I don't either. That's why I asked the
And
question.
it wasn't like
It's not that I got a payoff here to the answer to the question. I don't know the answer to the question. I want to see what everybody thinks.
It's not like we were in a big economic turndown, because there was still money around.
Right.
You know, so,
There's still money around now.
well, it's tight. It's tight.
Mm-hmm.
It's really tight.
So then we moved it. We went to Plainfield and did it for a year.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, the Plainfield one,
It rained too. It
rained,
didn't help.
So that did not help at all. So you can't really think that the Plainfield one was one that you could, the weather was real bad.
And we had a Dunkin' booth too, which was fun.
Yeah.
We had politicians. Did you get up there?
No.
I forget. Because we had politicians that
We
went
had
up
politicians that were up there. Yeah. Yeah. Those are the ones we wanted to dunk.
there. Who went up there? Brian Lanou. Was Brian Lanou in there?
I think so.
I think he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen Brian Lanou anymore?
Yeah.
Haven't even seen Brian. Haven't even heard from him.
No. Yeah. There's some politicians we like to see go in there and just keep the cover keep the cover down.
Oh, that's vicious.
That's all right.
That's vicious.
But you're right. I don't know.
So we're all sitting around crying. We ain't got no money yet. We're not going to go anywhere and do anything. That's bull, because we don't think of nothing when it comes to, we're going to spend $60 a month at Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, go to a restaurant on Thursday night or Friday night and tell me there's no money. There's a lot of restaurants are still doing
right.
well.
You're right.
Yeah, you think there's no money. So and going, and I don't know how this year is going to be, but I wonder how a lot of the vacation places are going to do touring.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many people are really going to go places.
I have to wait and see.
I mean, let's face it, your airline tickets are up.
Yeah, those are way up.
Yeah, most of your amusement parks prices are going up. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. Man, people are going to go to the beach. They're going to be able to afford the gas to go to the beach. I mean, if you want to get down to the shore,
well, if you're going to go to Westerly into Musquamagat, I know it's pretty hefty charge for out-of-staters to get in.
Oh yeah, big parking charge. Yeah.
Right. So you pay that plus whatever the gas charge is. So it's what, a $30 bill before you even get into or onto the beach. It's kind of like going to the Brooklyn or the Woodstock Fair.
That's
you got to pay admission, you got to pay parking,
yeah.
And next thing you know, you spend $50 before you even get yourself a cotton candy.
Yeah, and then people inside where they're selling stuff, they're up because they're paying more to get the stuff that you're going to sell you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's continuing. It's a domino effect. What are you going to do? So
is it worse now than you've ever seen?
Well, I've gone through some of these recessions before. I've gone through the gas thing before.
Odd even days.
Yeah. I mean, that was based on your license plate.
Right. Yeah.
I remember going down the New Jersey Turnpike, stopping at every gas station because you're only limited to the amount of gas you can get. So you get down, you get, I forget what it was, a certain amount. And then
10 gallons or something?
Then you have to go to the next gas station to get another one in order to get your tank filled up, So we haven't come to that point yet.
Victoria says, I got a season pass from Musquamagat at only $60 for the year. How many times do you go in a season?
Yeah. How many times? Yeah. Now, the one thing that I know that
so $60 doesn't sound bad for the entire season, but how often do you actually use it?
Yeah. Well, state parks, you pay a park fee on your license or your registration, right? So you can go into all the state parks for free.
I thought that was just all you got to do is show your state ID and you get in now.
Yeah, right. Because you pay a fee.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the fee that you pay for your
I don't know.
license.
I just registered a car,
Did you?
and it was
It
didn't
must
know
be-
that unless it's just
It must be
absorbed in there.
It might be
but
on your license then.
It
But
might.
there is
be.
a fee that they charge you to go into all the state parks.
Got it.
Yeah. So you go into the state park for free.
So Victoria says we go at least twice a week. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we have Hopeville here. People can go to Hopeville if they want. And if there's no fee for getting into the state park, then it's what's it going to cost you to go to Hopeville?
Lauren has a good question. Is it that people are not as easily entertained? Do they get bored? Are they looking for something different? She says that her husband and her will only commit to one fair a season because they're all the same. Exactly. Woodstock Fair and the Brooklyn Fair, same damn thing.
Except one's a little bigger than the other.
One's, you got more cows in one than the other.
Yeah.
And you may have local talent at the Brooklyn Fair where you may have Blue Oyster Cult at the Woodstock Fair.
Yeah. We used to go to both, and she's right. Now we go to the Woodstock one only because it's bigger. So we figured we were going to pay. We also go to the big. Unfortunately, this year, when they had it, we usually went on a Friday because of the weather and because of the rain we got. They postponed the opening until late Friday night, so we never got there this year.
I haven't been to the Woodstock or the Brooklyn Fair in years.
We used to go to Woodstock.
I haven't been to the Big E either.
I haven't been to the Big E in I don't know how many years because it's pretty much all the same.
But they're packed.
Oh, they're packed.
But this brings the whole conversation full circle. Do people not go to events that are free because they feel that there's no value? And if they have to spend $5 to get into an event, does that lure people to come in thinking there's going to be something or more value to me because I'm actually having to pay for it instead of it being for free?
It's a good question. I don't know. We only go because we're interested in seeing that. What's the newest stuff that's out there? What's available? Because a lot of stuff some of the stuff is interesting.
You mean at the fairs?
At the fairs,
it's one big infomercial.
Yeah, I know. So, but that's the only reason why we go, and a day to walk around, of course. So, get out the fresh air.
Laura and Adam go for the food, and they say the Big East also serves alcohol.
Yeah. This. Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. So
I think sometimes people will get lured to an event that you have to pay to get in as opposed to it being free. Because you figure if it's free, if you didn't go, you didn't miss anything, right?
Yeah.
But if there's a concert you want to go to and it's $40, $50, oh man, I really wish I could have gone to that. Oh, I missed it. I didn't know it was happening. I gladly would have spent $50 to go to that show.
Yeah, the concerts are starting to come back again.
Yeah.
They're finally opening back up again. Yeah.
Joanne says the carnival in Jewett City is fun.
Yeah. Definitely. It's good for the kids to get there.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, he does things for the kids, which is...
Who's he? Santa Claus?
No, Brian. It's good. I mean, that's what it's for. When a lot of us were kids, we always went to the carnival. I mean, how many times do we go to the carnival down in Norwich? It was always down in Norwich. Nippy's Field or
Big A?
Big A, yeah. It was always down there. Yeah. So we always went to the
down by the pier, the marina. They had that for a bunch of years.
Yeah. So it's a nice environment. It's not something to do. And again, admission's free. So you can go in and walk around and get some food and not necessarily have to participate in any of the games and stuff.
So we've named like one event that people will go to that we feel that people will go to that is free. A carnival.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. You don't have to spend any money if you don't want to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But out of everything else, that's the only thing we could come up with is a carnival.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we talked about the parades.
Fireworks.
That was the other thing.
That's another thing that people will go out to that is free, but then they'll all bitch and moan because, it wasn't like last year. Or it wasn't as good as this show. Or it wasn't as good as that show.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. And people can generally watch them from afar. Don't have to necessarily be sitting right in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I hear there's going to be new fireworks this year that's going to be blowing up in the sky in the shape of a catalytic converter.
Those are free.
There it is.
Those are free to some people. Yeah.
Is that crazy? Between catalytic converters getting stolen and wrong way drivers, the hell?
They're stealing cars.
Stealing cars.
And unfortunately, what's happening is it looks like whoever's doing it are moving this way because they know they can get away with it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm shocked at the one that happened over the weekend.
Do you think that criminals will come here because we do not have a police force?
No, I think criminals will come here because we don't expect it to happen here.
Oh, I think we're expecting it more and more every day.
Now we are. Now we are. And like I told you, I says what's going to happen is
You said something earlier that made
scary
sense.
It's just scary because around here people carry guns. You start stealing their car, they're going to shoot you, and it's going to happen. Somebody's going to get shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I was shocked about the one
at Aldi's.
At Aldi's.
Yeah.
I mean, how could you not hear somebody hacking somebody's exhaust system with a saw? You're not going to cut it. You're just not going to rip it off. I mean, it's attached to the car, so you're going to use a sawzall to cut it off. You know, and how the hell did they get underneath the damn car? Some of those cars are so low. They got the gold to jack it up. People think maybe we're changing the tire. Meanwhile, the guy's under the car stealing it. I don't know.
Victoria says we have a family day in Sterling. The turnout is great. The day is finished off with fireworks.
There you go. A lot of people love fireworks.
Sure.
A lot of people
I love fireworks too.
Yeah, a lot of people like fireworks.
All right, so there's a big there's an event Sunday that's free.
Yes, there is.
Free CPR and first aid training.
Correct.
At the Jewett City Firehouse.
Correct.
How many people will show up?
I don't know.
Is it needed?
Yes.
Is it necessary?
Yes, it is.
Do you feel that people should take the time to learn this if they don't already?
Well, they should take the time to learn it, especially CPR, because you never know. Somebody in your family could be standing right alongside of you and just drop and possibly have a heart attack. Doesn't make any difference how old they are. Could be any age.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
And it's changed a lot because I took a class last year, and the number of nobody does the breaths anymore because
nobody what?
Nobody blows into anybody's mouth anymore.
Yes,
because of we all know that they have a little tool that you can use, but we don't have them. But you never know. And they teach you how to use the paddles, which is good, which I never knew how to do. And I thought it was it was a good course, I think. And not only was it for adults, it's for babies. They teach you how to, do it on a baby, which is a lot different than doing CPR on an adult.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of people have young children today, so. It's a free class. Not only is it CPR, it's your normal first aid stuff. Especially today with the parents with the young kids, they get cut. They do this. This is show you some tools and some techniques and how to take care of those kinds of things. So it's all free. It's this coming weekend, unless you want to get certified. Now there are some places that require you to get certified. If you want to get certified, I think it costs you like $30 because they got to go through the whole paperwork and stuff. But if you don't need a certification, CPR and first aid will be free.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be at the Jewett City Firehouse this coming weekend, and I believe it's is it 3? What time is it? What time?
I don't remember.
I don't remember the
but
time.
It's a free training.
It's a free training put on by Griswold Health and Safety.
It's on your page. It's on my page. You can see the graphic if you go to either Dean's or Charlene's Diners.
Right.
Up on the TVs, they're there as well.
Yeah.
And honestly, Paul, this is just the plain fact. We're sitting here talking about free CPR training, right? Yeah. People are leaving the broadcast because they don't give a shit. Wow. They don't want to hear it.
Wow.
They want to hear death, grief, sorrow, and murder.
Well, somebody alongside.
I'm sorry, but it's like unless you use sensationalism and stuff like that, why do you think Springer was such a huge show for so many years? Because it was all sensationalistic.
Yeah. Well, when somebody stands by you and they drop and you don't know what to do, it's on you. So, but hey, what can we say?
Not that I'm jaded.
Yeah. So, but
Kathy says 3 to 6.
36.
3 to 6.
3 to 6. Yeah. Okay. That's right.
To the Jude City Firehouse, it's absolutely free, or it's $30 if you want the certification.
Correct.
Because you got to pay for the certificate.
Because it's a lot of paperwork you're probably going to do. Yeah. Some places require certification.
Mm-hmm.
Some places of employment.
Well, if you know how to do CPR and somebody's going to save my ass, I don't care if they have a paper that says it or not.
No, that's true. But a lot of places, like
I'm not going to Paul. I'm not going to lay there and go, Do you have the certificate? No. No, you have. Oh, great! You have the certificate.
No.
It's life saving. It could be.
That's life saving, exactly. So I don't know. We'll see how many people show up. There's a phone number to dial. There's an email to send it to, and I think it's Miranda from
Grizzle Pride. Now, does Rich
No, it's Rich.
He's teaching it.
He's teaching it.
Rich Wasilick is teaching it.
In Miranda's phone number and the email address to register.
M. Mahoney at chrhealth.org.
Yeah, she's doing it. The only reason why you're doing that is because you find out how many people are actually coming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you don't do it and show up, nobody's going to holler at you.
Do you think it's going to be an event that's just going to get canceled because nobody showed up?
Well, the last time we did this, we only had like 5 people.
I was going to say, honestly, my prediction was 3.
Yeah, we had 5 people the last time we did it.
And it doesn't have to just be Grizzled. It could be anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere. Yeah.
But 3 people will show up. 3 people or less. That is my prediction.
Well, we'll see. I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong too.
Yeah, I hope you're wrong.
And I understand. I know there's like, well, we can do this and we can do that. We have plans that day. And
well, it was done on a Sunday evening, late Sunday afternoon, because we knew that people have plans for Sunday. And already, kids doing things with their kids and stuff like that. And we figured that would be a good time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
People will be done through the day, and hopefully we'll be able to attend. So we'll see. I mean, it's an attempt for the town to do something, so, but it's free.
Cindy, always looking on the bright side of life, says, still 3 more people trained appropriately.
That is true.
So,
yep.
Laura says CPR is a great thing to learn for teens. I think she meant great. Who want to get a babysitting job.
Yes, and it's changed a lot since the last time I had taken it.
Really, in the grand scheme of things, it's 3 hours.
Yeah,
it's 3 hours out of your life that could save somebody else's.
Yeah, could save your older parent. Could save anybody.
Could save me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, we can't be endured with that show anymore. Let him go.
We're just going to walk and say, you're going to die.
I'll tell you something. I had a 3rd grade teacher that went up to a boy who swallowed a penny. And he said, Mrs. Wakely, I just swallowed a penny. Now Mrs. Wakely was very, very thin.
Uh-huh.
I mean, paper thin. Yeah. And she had long, gangly fingers. Yep. I loved her. I thought she was one of my favorite teachers. But I remember she went right up to this kid and just, because teachers were different back then. And he looked at him and went with her finger, now you're gonna die.
Oh, Jesus.
I remember that. It was yesterday.
I'm sure the penny came out.
Well, somehow.
Well, if you swallowed a quarter and now came 2 dimes as a nickel.
I'm not kidding you. But she goes, now you're going to die.
Wow. You say that today, your ass will be fired.
You could say stuff like that back then.
You could. Yeah, there were a lot of things, a lot of things you could say back then. I mean, come on. She was telling the truth. It wasn't really telling the truth. It was just giving the kid a hard time.
There are things you just can't say anything to kids anymore because,
Yeah. I can't say a thing.
The mental health issue is.
Yeah, you can't say anything anymore. Nothing. Best thing to do is
They have a diagnosis for everything.
Yeah.
You know, and okay, fine. And I'm sure they probably are. But you know what? When I was unruly or I was fidgety, guess what? I was a little shit. That's what I was. Sit down, Michael.
Yeah. Can't even say that now.
No. Because you're diagnosed with something.
Yeah. It's always something. Yeah. I agree. Can't do that. That's part of this. That's what's happening with the society today. You can't correct anybody.
You can't go down the street and start being a little smart ass or a dumbass without somebody, another area parent, grabbing you by the ear and bringing you back home and saying, he was doing this, he was doing that. Michael, is that true? Oh, thank you very much, Sue, for bringing him home. I appreciate that. You do that now, you're going to jail.
Yep. That's true. That's and we talked about this.
It takes a village.
A lot of kids today, they don't realize how good they have it.
Yeah.
Just think right now, if you were over in Ukraine or if you were in Russia, just think 21, 18s, well, I don't know, 18, 20, 21-year-olds now forced to join the army for a year in Russia. And now all these young kids are fighting in Ukraine. They're really, they're not fighting very well. Some of them are probably some of the older soldiers are probably doing a lot of it, but they're scared shitless.
Yeah.
Think about it. Take a kid from here and put him in a freaking army and stick him in one of those wars like that. How the hell do you think they feel?
Do you remember the show Scared Straight?
Oh, yeah, that was a long time ago.
Like in the 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
They would take, kids that were, kind of, suffering from truancy or just, problematic kids.
Yeah.
Brought them into the jail and had inmates scare the living crap out of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now the kids don't care.
No.
Kids do not understand how good they have it compared to what it was like.
No.
Just a generation ago.
Oh yeah. Just think of I'm sure that, let's face it, kids are kids, no matter where the hell or whether they're in Ukraine or in Russia or in Italy, whatever. They still like doing social media stuff, playing with Xboxes and all that other crap.
You're talking about overseas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids are kids.
The kids are kids. They do it, but then have that taken away from you. And somebody, how would they feel, God forbid, somebody dropped a bomb in Jewett City?
Different culture, man.
I know.
Different culture.
Yeah. We already know right now that the total enlistments are down way below to what they were in World War II. We don't have the amount of people enlisted in the service today. Less. It's way down.
So what do you guys think that are in the chat room right now? Do you think that kids have it easy these days compared to, say, just a generation ago? Do you think that kids today have it easier
Sure they do.
or a slower ride compared?
Well, I think a lot of things today, kids just are handed to them on a silver platter. Give it to them.
No, that's cliche, and
Yes,
I think there's some truth to that myself personally, but I wonder what everybody thinks that's listening right now. Don't be a troll.
Yeah.
No trolls allowed. If you're trolling, just come on. We want you to participate. We would love you to participate. We do this because we want to know what your opinion is. My opinion, Paul's opinion doesn't matter.
No.
I want to know what your opinion is. Do you think that kids have it easy compared to a generation ago? Because we can sit here, because that's a different question. There's two different questions there. Do kids have it easy, or do kids have it easy compared to a generation ago?
That's true. Good
You know?
question. Yeah.
Because perception is reality. So you talk to a 19-year-old right now, and it's like, do you guys have it easy? All right, here they come.
Okay, good.
Laura says they have different struggles than we did. Okay, that's fair. Kathy says absolutely, but I think it's a disservice to them, and they'll pay the consequences of having it easy when adult life and stresses bitch slap them later. because that doesn't change.
That doesn't change. No. Yeah.
Joanne says they kicked out a lot of military because they refused to take the shot. Kids have it too easy.
Yeah, that's true. They did kick them out.
Mhm.
We did lose a lot of service people because they refused to take the shot.
But now,
They have to.
sure, of course they do.
You got no choice.
So I think we're in agreement that so far that kids have it easier today. But Laura does say that they have different struggles than we did.
Yeah, because they just went through this whole pandemic thing that we never had to go through, as far as being cooped up and not being able to go anywhere.
Melissa jumps into the room, says, "Good morning. We're the training.
Where's the training?
We are. We're the training.
We're the training.
What training? We talking about the CPR training?
No, I think she thinks that maybe the adults are the training their kids.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, Melissa, can you go ahead and explain what you mean? We're the training. Victoria, my son turns 18 on Friday. He commented that he will be an adult. I explained adulting and the bills that entails, and he said he's going to be a kid. I think our generation was more prepared to be an adult. Yeah, I agree. I think that is very, very true. Because I don't think they have to look it into the eye because they figure somebody else is going to take care of it for them.
True. Yeah.
All right. Oh, so Melissa says she's the I'm from San Jose CPR.
Not sure what that means.
I think she's in the wrong room. Well, how are you? Melissa from San Jose? I was wondering what she meant.
Oh.
It's funny because
we did talk about CPR.
Oh, Melissa, no, you don't have to apologize. I think it's kind of funny. Oh. Because I'm thinking, wait, I thought Rich was doing the training.
I got you. Now I know what you're coming from.
She goes, I don't have my glasses. That's okay.
Oh.
It's all right. It was nice to have you pop in, though.
Yeah.
She's like, what the hell am I doing? All right.
She's up early. She's from San Jose.
Yeah. Laura, who's the beacon of truth,
No.
says, is anybody really ready to be an adult? No.
There were some older people who were not ready to be adults, unfortunately. Yeah.
I think it's what do we got going on? Melissa says, well, we have a CPR training going on Sunday from 3 to 6.
Yes, we do.
CPR and basic first aid.
Would she like to come up and assist in the training?
Yeah, if you want to fly out to Connecticut
and help us do the training, that'd be appreciated. Yeah.
Do you know the way to San Jose?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was thinking
of that song too.
Oh, you guys are funny. You're funny. We had funny. You sit with old guy all day.
Yeah, I was thinking of that song.
We're in Connecticut, Melissa.
Yeah.
And I'm a gentleman. Paul is not. He's not.
Far from it. Yeah. So.
Kathy says, I think they're doing Narcan training only. I mean,
no,
also.
She's correct. They are doing Narcan training as well. That is correct. That will be included.
You know the way to San Jose? Da, 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 da.
But is it San Jose, California? Or is it San Jose?
And you're only an adult if you know that song.
That's true.
You have a great day too, Melissa, and keep it up with that CPR training. And do you know the way to San Jose?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, what else we got? Not going
Why don't,
very
why don't you bring something to the table?
I was talking.
Why don't you have something to talk about?
dude,
I sit here and I got to bring up everything, and within a drop of a hat. What is it with you guys? You come here. No, you come in. You park your car and you walk in. You go. So what are we going to talk about?
Time out.
Why are you here?
Time out.
Oh no, I'm just going to show up.
Time out. I'm the one that mentioned the thing that happened at Aldi's to talk to you about that. And you just brought it right up. And we talked about the CPR offline, and you brought that right up. So you're copying me, buddy.
It's about time you actually did something. I think Kathy should come in because she's the one that preps Rich.
Yeah.
That's what I think should happen. That's what I really think should happen.
Yeah.
Because I've seen. Oh, it's Jim. Jim's here.
Good morning.
Hi, Jim.
Yeah.
I've seen the texts to Rich from his wife. You could talk about this. You could talk about that. Talk about this. I say cut off the middleman.
And we always thought Rich was
cut
the
the head
smart
off
guy.
a Hydra and just send Kathy in here.
And we thought Rich was the smart guy.
She said, not happening. Yeah, we thought Rich was the smart guy.
I thought he was the smart guy, but boy, his color's coming out now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know what's happening in that family, don't we?
Yeah. We know who wears the pants.
Yeah. And we know who wears the skirt.
Yeah, he looks pretty funny in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a pretty homely dude in a skirt.
I don't know. I haven't seen him. Have you?
Anyway, Jim, you gonna hold the door up, or you gonna come in and talk to us?
I didn't want to interfere in your conversation.
Oh, come on.
I haven't got a clue. I've got a clue what you're talking about, but I don't have. I don't know why.
Huh?
We don't talk about anything. We have no idea ourselves.
Kathy says, "Don't tell him. Don't tell him what? That he looks homely in a skirt."
What you do after hours, we don't really want to know.
Yeah, we don't need to know.
We don't
Kathy.
need to know.
Yeah. We do not need to know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim. What's up, man?
Nothing much. Just running some errands, and I thought I'd stop in and say hello this morning.
Hello or hello this morning? Hello this morning.
Hello.
How was your weekend?
My weekend? It was sorting out papers.
Sorting out papers.
Yeah. I had the dining room table covered for about 2 weeks, and she was getting a little tired of it, and I figured I better organize it. And
So now they're all neat little piles.
Yeah.
actually, I got them. I got each different category in files. Now I got to just go through them. I mean, I've thrown away a foot of paper already this week.
So we're talking a little bit about right now about who, kind of, who wears the pants in the family. So what about in the Barney household?
I think it's pretty much mutual. We share.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she
That is so politically correct. But,
she basically she runs the household and does a fabulous job of it. Almost always have good home cooked meals.
Mhm.
We try and have lunch together as much as possible, and we try to have dinner together. And that's 4 or 5 of us every night.
Mhm.
My schedule with all the various town and condominium meetings screws up the mealtime somewhat, but she puts up with it. She leaves the outside largely to me.
Mhm. Inside her and outside you.
Largely, yeah. Actually, my son does an awful lot of the outside stuff. Of course, he's got the hand problems.
Yeah.
So his life was working with tools, and it's hard from working with tools now.
What about in your house?
Yeah.
Do you rule the roost and she rules the rooster?
No. There's no ruling. No, there's no ruling.
Do you really believe that?
Yeah. There's no ruling anymore. None of that stuff.
Okay.
If she wants to go do something, she goes and does it. I want to go do something, I go do it. Yeah. I think
That's what it's like in our house too.
I think I cook more now than I ever did.
Mhm.
I think because I never used to grocery shop until I retired.
Yeah, you're always telling me about you going to the store.
So now I always go to the store now, and I kind of plan the meals.
Mhm.
A lot of them I cook.
Good.
you know. And then there'll be one meal. Well, I don't know how to do that, so she'll cook it because she's better at it.
Who's a better cook?
She is.
Well, you do the bacon then. You're a good baker, huh?
Yeah, I have actually I've baked cookies, baked bread. I mean, I baked cakes,
Yeah.
brownies, things like that. I've done all that.
You're doing it from scratch. You're taking it out of the box.
No, I take it out of a box.
Ah.
I'm not going to go through all of that.
Do you have an air fryer?
Yes, we do.
Do you have a what?
Air fryer.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Do you have one too?
Yeah, I don't use it very much. What we use almost exclusively now is the Instapot.
Oh, see,
That's cool.
Yeah,
those
that
are
depends
is.
whatever you get used to using.
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, you take a piece of meat that's not the highest of quality, and it comes out of there tender, as
Yeah.
just breaks up.
Yeah, well, we did that yesterday. We put it in the crock pot, same thing, which is threw a roast in there yesterday morning and took it out tonight to eat it, and it was good. You know, it's perfectly tender and everything else. Because you can buy, you know, not a very good quality of meat. You know, you can buy a cheap piece of meat and put it in one of those pots, and it comes out like it's an expensive piece of meat. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we do things. You know, we buy the mashed potatoes now. We don't make it from scratch anymore. It's like two of us.
You buy the Bob Evans brand?
That's it. Put them in a microwave for 4 minutes, and you got nice mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Have you looked at the chemicals?
Oh, Jesus.
What the hell? What chemicals? What the hell? Something else going to kill me.
You're 78 now. Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit about the chemicals? Yeah. And,
You could have made it to 79 without the chemicals,
Yeah, you
Paul.
know. buy fresh vegetables when we can, when they're
Yeah.
available. Yeah, cook those.
Well, you want to plant some stuff? I bought a lot of seeds.
No. I tried growing them. I'm going to try again this year. And the one thing we got to do is move things more towards the sun.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I started my white trash garden. I think I told you a couple weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, where I took, those 5-gallon water jugs.
Yeah.
Cut the top off it, filled it with dirt,
Yeah.
and planted.
All
And
right.
they got squash. I mean, they're starting to come up.
Well, you better cover them. It's still not quite warm enough yet.
It's really too early for that outside yet.
Well, way ahead of you guys.
Yeah.
They're inside.
Oh,
They're
okay.
inside.
All right.
They're inside in a sunroom.
There you go.
Good.
So they're coming up. The beans are starting. The tomatoes are starting to sprout. The plants.
Yep.
So, but everything, before I would cheat. I would go buy a plant.
Mhm.
And put it in and whatever. But no, these are all from seeds.
Good.
Oh, good for
I think
you.
I gave you
So-
seeds last year for
The
plant, didn't you?
squash.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crookneck or
Crookneck summer squash. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
good.
Butternut.
We have butter.
You
No, we
want-
didn't do butternut.
You want some seeds again?
For butternut?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else? Peppers?
Have them. I bought 4 different kinds.
Pickling cucumbers?
Mm,
Regular
no.
cucumbers?
No, got those. I have those, and I'm the only one who'll eat them. Nobody else will eat cucumbers. in my house.
Actually, the pickling cucumbers are actually pretty good to eat as normal without pickling them.
Yeah.
Because they have a lot less seeds, and they're small,
Smaller, yeah.
and you can just peel them and then cut them up small pieces and just eat them with
Mhm.
with your meal.
I love pickles, but don't buy pickles at Aldi's.
No.
Because they're mushy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're just.
Not last year, but I think the year before, we must have canned up about 40 quarts of pickles, both dill and sweet.
You can do it.
Oh, I love pickles.
Yeah, I do too.
Sweet pickles, bread and butter pickles, dill pickles.
You like them all. I like the
yeah.
sweet ones mostly.
Well, that's what happens. You can all this stuff, and then where are you going to eat 40 quarts of pickles?
Through time.
You're not going to eat that in a year.
Oh,
Says who?
40 quarts of pickles?
Well,
Give them away.
yeah. The only thing I want to get my jars back because the damn jars cost enough to. Well,
Yeah.
even the damn rings to seal the jars. You can go, in the fall when they harvest stuff, you can buy stuff for less than 50
Yeah.
cents a
Oh,
can.
yeah.
And it's costing me 25 or 30 cents to seal each jar.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't tried any of these Tatler supposedly reusable ones, but
Yeah.
Do you know how many? I mean, like when you had a garden, we had all these. I had like 4 tomato plants. My goodness, I had more tomatoes than I ever knew what to do with. We were giving tons of them away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many will grow off of just one plant.
If you want to freeze them or can them, the Romas are a pretty good choice.
Yeah.
They're a little firmer than the beefsteak or the big boys or those tomatoes there.
Shayna, who is the illest, by the way, just so you know, she started my because I started my cultivation of my produce as well, and Laura, who's not the illest, says I can a bunch of things and give them as Christmas gifts.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
A lot of people used to do that with jellies and preserves.
Mhm.
Yeah, which you very seldom hear people doing that today.
Shayna goes, those Jewett City crackhead squirrels are ruthless around here. I love to give stuff from garden to people. I still can.
Yeah, I think years ago, I remember a lot of grandpa and grandma used to can everything because they always had these big gardens. But
Oh, sure, yeah.
you know, and they would can them every year. They'd never catch up to eating all the stuff that they canned. And I remember when they passed away, we had to clean the house out, and there's all this canned stuff that's been sitting in the basement for years. And what do you do with it?
But remember, Paul,
Chuck
they came up through the Depression.
That's right, they did. So they canned all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, my folks, Christ, we had shelves of stuff, but we ate most of it.
Yeah. So we ended up chucking a lot of stuff out. There's nobody, you guys can't take a chance eating it, crying out loud.
It's funny too because all the stuff that we grow is a lot more healthy that we get anywhere else.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And Shayna does remark on that and says, "I think all the food that we're growing, we're better off eating." Have you seen the videos of how they make fake lettuce? It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now they're talking about fake meat and everything else.
The fake meat tastes like crap. It's,
Are you talking about like the vegetable-based stuff?
yeah, some of it's kind
I've
of.
never even.
Oh,
No,
it
never
doesn't-
have I ever.
Yeah, I haven't either.
No, it doesn't taste that well. I've tried a couple of them.
Yeah, never have I ever.
No, not for me.
The Impossible Whopper. It'll be impossible for me to eat one.
Yeah. Well, that's what they're going.
Hmm?
That's what they're going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's inbred in me. I mean, we go back more than 10 generations farming in this country.
Okay.
I mean, my great grandfather had 1,400 acres.
That's a lot.
Nobody can
That's a lot of
afford.
land.
Nobody today can afford that many acres. They're lucky if they have one.
Yeah.
Today, unfortunately,
Hmm.
some houses don't even have that in the city. Think about it. The houses are right on top of one another.
Well, they want to make that even more tight than it is now.
Yeah.
And there's something to be said for that. I mean, I've said before, we're burning up all our farmland with these big lots that we're cutting, and I think we're going to pay a price later on.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. But yeah, I'm going to try it again this year, but I got to make sure I could get the garden more in the sun.
You want some seeds? Because I bought.
He's got it all.
I bought a lot of seeds.
Yeah.
How many different types of tomatoes you have this year?
This year we'll probably have 4. Yeah.
Beefsteak, Roma.
I probably will buy Roma seed plants. And I get the beefsteak. I got the large cherry tomatoes. We'll probably buy another. I don't know, big boys. Everybody loves the big boys, but I'm not a super big fan of them.
Yeah.
The Romas we basically can those.
Yeah.
Can them or freeze them both.
Yeah. There's nothing like the taste of a fresh tomato.
I agree.
Nothing like the taste of a
When you cut it and it's like so deep red.
Oh yeah.
If you've only had a store-bought tomato, you can't appreciate it.
You're right.
No, you're right.
You're right. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
I love tomatoes.
Yeah. I used to grow a lot of corn. I don't grow corn anymore at all.
I've never grown corn,
It
nor
takes-
watermelon.
It takes too much room.
Yeah.
And, when you
Squash
don't,
takes a lot of room.
Yeah.
Because those plants, they don't go up, they go out.
Yeah.
I grew watermelons once. Somebody drove by and stole them all.
Somebody drove by and stole them all.
Yeah, I had a garden at my mother's house, and there was a side. I had them parked. The garden was a private road, but it was right along the road, and they came in and stole all my watermelons.
Wow.
Yeah. That was. I mean, the first I ever grew them, they were growing. They know the size of a.
You have a
basket.
deer problem up there too, don't you? They'll come over and eat stuff on you.
I don't have a deer problem. Not where I live. They don't come in the yard. I think I've seen a deer once in my life.
Because I know they come down from where you are,
Yeah.
and they cross over onto Pleasant View
I
and get hit.
No, don't see deer anywhere. I mean,
No.
any other
Sure.
animals?
Hey,
You know.
ask the police if you can have it. If you get it fresh hit,
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not too gamey. I heard it was too gamey.
I mean,
That's
I'm
funny
not,
what I
I'm
heard.
not
I
a
mean-
big fan of venison myself.
You know, I wasn't either until my friend Van actually made it. And I was like,
Huh.
it's probably the most tender meat I've ever had.
Yeah.
Mix it with jalapenos and cream cheese, winds it up,
Plus
plus he
it's-
sears it, and then
Yeah. Plus, it's not grain fed.
No, it's
no,
not.
Okay.
it's
So
pretty much
it's-
earth fed,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Victoria makes or grows sugar baby watermelons. She goes, they're really good in cocktails.
Watermelon's
Do
actually.
you see the theme with Victoria?
Watermelon is actually good for you. It's good for the digestive system.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good for you.
Got it. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We've been talking about an hour straight. We'll be back to finish things up right here on the Streaming News and Sports Network.
Don't just wish for a winning deal. Make it Dish. It will make it real. Don't just wish. Make it Dish.
Hey everyone, this is Ellis Dish from Dish Motors. We're back better than ever with our new sales and service center on Route 32 in North Franklin. Everyone says there's nothing better than dealing with the dishes, and here's why. Selection. We have the area's largest inventory of off-lease, one-owner vehicles of all makes and models. You name it, we got it, or I'll get it for you at no additional charge. Quality. Each vehicle goes through a rigorous 120-point safety and quality check. Nothing leaves the lot without my personal approval. Convenience. We have financing sources for almost any situation. We offer on-site registration processing, and we have maintenance programs for years of stress-free ownership. And now open for all your maintenance needs. Our full-service repair facility, where oil changes start at just $19.99. Call today for your appointment or just stop by. So save thousands and deal with the dishes. Route 32, North Franklin. Or check us out online at dishfranklin.com. Or ring us, 860-383-4750.
Don't just wish. Make it Dish.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Don't change anything. I love your show just the way it is.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning. And 80s all day and night. Your community radio.
SNSN.
All right, thanks, Paul. How's the weather forecast?
Yes, I do. Finally. Right now, the temperature downtown Jude City is nice, 41 degrees. Be a mix of clouds and sun around today. That'll be somewhere around 56. Again, the damn wind's still here between 10 to 15 miles per hour. And of course, for tonight, mostly cloudy, then clearing overnight. Lows will be somewhere around 34. And of course, for your Tuesday, probably cloudy skies in the morning. We'll give away again cloudy skies in the afternoon. Highs again will be somewhere around 58 degrees. So cloudy, but it's getting up there. Wind. However, the wind again, that's what kills us is the wind. 5 to 10 miles per hour. And of course, for Tuesday evening, showers early, becoming steady after midnight. Low temperatures will be somewhere around 44 degrees. And that's your weather from SNSN on this Monday, 04/04/2022.
Okay. Thank you, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Shanna says, I don't like that venison stuff, but I know people that love it.
Yeah.
I think I was always kind of skeptical on venison because it's not something that you can go into like ShopRite, or Aldi or Walmart and you're going to find.
Yeah.
You see chicken, you see pork, you see beef. That's pretty much what you see. Once in a while, you see some or fish.
Yeah. I don't even know if you could buy venison anywhere in a market unless it's, out in, maybe up north someplace. Maybe they
Yeah, I don't know whether you can. I've never seen it in the market.
No. Unless it's like in New Hampshire, Maine, or one of those places, maybe they sell it.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Because I think
Probably because it hasn't been domesticated.
not only
Okay.
that, but I think you're limited to how many you can get. If you buy one, I think you're limited to shoot one or two, whatever.
A season?
Yeah, you're not allowed to because you got to tag them. So I'm not sure. I think it's maybe one, maybe because there's different season. You got both season and you got shotgun season, or whatever.
Would you rather eat a frog or a deer?
Neither.
You need to stay alive. You need to food. The only thing available to you right now is a frog or deer.
You're making it easy. A friend of mine was in the military and was in the swamps for 3 days, and they didn't have food. They were eating bugs.
Yeah. High in protein and malaria.
No. Yeah. There's a lot of plants you can eat. Just got to know which ones to eat.
Okay. You're in a cube.
Cube.
With nothing but an air hole.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get out because
No.
you're going to keep looking for an excuse to change your mind. All you can eat is a frog or venison. What do you eat? Those are your only two choices. There is no other choice.
Do I have a fire?
Well, it is cooked, of course.
Well, I probably would just chop the legs off the frog and eat them because they say that tastes like chicken.
Okay.
Otherwise, you got to gut the deer and, be a real man and take the heart and bite into it.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's how you prove you thank the deer for giving up its life.
I'd go with the venison.
Yeah, me too.
Bite into that.
Because I don't want to. I mean, how many frog's legs are you going to have to eat to stay alive?
You know what they do with the rest of the frog? Put them on a little dolly and
just chuck them out the hole.
kind of moving himself along.
Just throw them out the hole.
As he trucks along, he's going, why? Why?
That's what you call a paralyzed frog.
I guess so.
Can you imagine the frog going down the street on wheels, little wheels behind him?
Yeah.
I remember an acquaintance had a dog and it got hit and the hind legs wouldn't work. They made a little.
There's a gentleman in town
They made a little this morning.
Oh yeah, made a little dolly and the dog would get around.
Yeah, this morning he was walking down the street.
Oh yeah,
You're talking about the German Shepherd.
Yeah, he went by.
Well, I think German Shepherds are prone to hip dysplasia, anyways.
Yeah, he mentioned the dog that was kind of old and he loves the dog, so he's got the wheels on him. And
yeah.
He walks him every day. Yeah. So,
would you eat Kermit the Frog?
Kermit?
Yes.
I was hungry enough.
Bye,
Kermit.
Bye, Kermit.
Kermit the Frog here.
Gone. Bring your girlfriend with you. Be my snack.
Sashimi. There's some really weird videos, like from Japanese cuisine, where they take live frogs and they literally turn them inside out while they're still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
And the frog's looking at you.
Yeah.
They're going, why?
Yeah.
Why?
It seems inhumane to me.
Yeah, me too.
That would be.
Why?
I mean, if you're doing it to a frog, why not do it to people?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a living animal.
There's a lot of things you can eat out there that we just don't eat.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people eat ants, they eat worms, grasshoppers. When you're
with chocolate coated grasshoppers or something.
Yeah, eat those.
Crickets.
They're
crunchy.
Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of different plants you can eat.
Well, you said, the people in the service, sometimes they got nothing. They're eating bugs.
Yeah. Oh, this was part of a training exercise.
Yeah.
Termites are high in protein.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of little suckers you eat in your house, eat them.
Very good.
Yeah, there you go. So they'll teach you.
We eat a lot of stuff we don't even know we eat.
I'm sure we're probably eating,
especially in your flake mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Shana says frogs, their skin comes off like a pair of pants.
Yeah, I think that's what you do. You peel them. You take your pants off. De-pants the frog legs.
Hey-ho.
I mean, it's not a hell of a lot there. So you get a bullfrog, I guess.
Oh,
yeah. But they say it tastes like chicken.
What about turtles?
Turtle soup.
Yeah, a lot of people eat turtles.
I remember some pretty good sized snapping turtles in the pond down back at home.
Yeah.
Oh, probably about this big.
That's
around.
big, yeah. So yeah, people eat turtles. A lot of people eat possum. A lot of people eat squirrels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boar.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, look what our
possum I don't know about. Really?
Yeah, possum.
Yeah, I think so.
I've heard armadillo.
Yeah, Armadillo, I think you got to be careful because they carry something. I thought I remember hearing that. They carry some kind of disease.
Honey badger before the honey badger eats you.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah. Any of those things they trapped, I'm sure you could eat them if you wanted.
Snapper Snoop.
Snapper soup.
Snapper soup is really good.
No, I never
And
tried
Shana
it.
says wild boars are mean.
They
Oh,
are,
yeah.
They are mean.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they're dead. And
Well.
what a nice ham.
Yeah. A lot of them, I guess, down south, there's a lot of them that run free.
Hmm.
They got to be careful with
Razorbacks.
Yeah,
You gotta be really careful with them because they really can hurt little kids and everything else, animals, whatever.
Yeah, they'll come charging at you.
Come charging at you. That little horn they got
Aggressive.
in their nose. Yeah. So we don't know how lucky we got it.
That's true.
Mhm.
All right. So we've run the gamut again today. We
We
are the
did.
Seinfeld of radio. We don't talk about nothing. Just unless we have a guest in here. We've gone from everything from if it's free, is it really for me?
Yeah. And
Who
speaking
knows?
of free, don't forget about this Sunday.
That's right. Sunday, 3 to 6 at the Jewett City Firehouse. It's free CPR / first aid training.
Narcan.
Oh, it's not CPR and
Hey,
Narcan.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's $30 for the certificate.
If you want to get a certificate,
If you want the
otherwise-
certificate.
Otherwise, it's all free.
Otherwise, it is free.
Yeah.
So hopefully we will see you there that day.
Okay. I mean, there was discussion about the CPR and first aid. I thought I didn't. So that's changed to CPR and Narcan at this point.
Yes, we're doing that training too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I guess we put that off until
Yeah.
May.
Yeah. Yeah. We're doing that.
What, first aid?
No, Narcan.
Oh, so we're not doing Narcan
Yes, we
Sunday.
are. Yeah, we are.
So hold on.
Yeah.
Narcan, first aid,
And
CPR. Okay.
We're doing them all this Sunday.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then in May, sometime in May, the middle of May, it's going to be on human trafficking.
Rich just said it's all of it.
It's all of it. Yeah. Did your wife tell you to say that?
Probably.
Boy, you're being beat up
Probably.
this morning, Rich.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did to the SN people down here, but
I hope you put on a good skirt.
Kathy will tell you all about it.
Yes,
So-
yes, yeah.
All right. Tomorrow, once again, in the studio, all paws on deck. All paws on deck. Animal rescue, dog rescue, puppy rescue. They'll be here tomorrow morning at 8:30. And we will talk. We have some really cool dogs. I guess I got some more dogs this Friday.
Mhm.
And that'll be fun. So that's tomorrow morning right here on SNSN. Jim, thanks for showing up. And you too, Paul.
Yep.
All right. We will see you once again tomorrow. Ricardo Wasaleco will be here tomorrow morning talking about training that he's going to be giving. And we're going to talk dogs too. Weird combo. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
You buy better. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Are you looking to simplify the complicated things in life? Insurance can seem daunting, like a task for the must-do list, not the want-to-do list. Let the Burns Agency take the headache out of protecting your assets. We're a full-service agency offering home, auto, life, and business insurance. Call, email, chat us online, or do it the good old-fashioned way and stop in. We have 2 locations, Norwich and Dayville, with licensed staff ready to serve your insurance needs. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
You buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Hi, my name is Dr. Katina Simmons. I'm the optometrist and the new owner of Grizzled Eye Care, formerly the office of Dr. Joel Zuckerbaum. I would like to welcome you and your family to make an appointment today for an eye exam.